Hey guys, hope everybody's doing well today. Investing for preservation, investment preservation versus growth. I have really struggled with this, so I'm going to share my struggles today. I've spent my whole life investing for growth. I invested in stocks, high-flying stocks, tech stocks. I've invested more recently in index ETFs. So it was stocks and mutual funds back in the day, and today it's primarily ETFs, index ETFs. Man, I love me some growth. I love watching the value increase over time with my stocks and stock ETFs, and that includes total market indexes and S&P 500 indexes. I love it. I feel really good watching those grow and grow and grow over time. But the other thing is, I don't like bonds. I cannot stand bonds, which is understandable. When you're young and you get started investing, it's, investing in equities makes the most sense when you're young and you have decades and decades of time for your investment to grow in the market. But so I've avoided bonds. I've owned a few bonds from time to time, but by and large have avoided them. And I don't like them. You have very limited growth. You're going to get a set amount of interest payments over the life of bond, and that's it, no more. There's no more potential. And I really enjoy having that potential. When you own a stock, man, that thing could go to the moon. You never know. And then those, index funds, total market, S&P 500, well, over time, they go up. But with the recent stock market volatility, I've had to, think really hard about dialing back my my mix of assets, where maybe I'm not quite as slanted towards growth. Of course, I'm not doing anything rash, and I'm certainly not getting out of the market. And I'm fine. I have cash on hand for my expenses for the next year. So it's no desperation here or anything, but it feels bad. And I'm finally having to come around to the idea that I can't just base my investments on potential for growth. I really need to protect that downside for my investments that have grown over the years and over the decades. It's not about growth potential. It really is about protecting from the downside. And again, I'm not quite there yet, but I think I'm learning about the wisdom of having some less volatile assets in your investment mix as you enter into your later stages of your investment career, getting close to or into retirement. Or even if you're just wanting to live a life of financial independence, you still need to protect yourself from downside risk with those investments that you've worked so hard to accumulate, and your savings over the years and the decades. You've worked hard for that, and you don't want to see that just poof and disappear just at the time that you're really going to need those investments and those assets to live on. So yeah, that's my confession. I have moved a little bit more towards dividend investing, just to help reduce the volatility of my investments. I have invested in gold in the past, and gold's doing really well, but I feel like it's just a fear-based investment choice, and I don't want to invest out of fear. And gold will hold value, but it's not going to produce anything. It's not going to, be able to grow its revenue over time, satisfy customers, throw off dividends. So for me, I'm just not a big fan of gold, but gold has done well. I'm starting to think a little bit more about maybe some international stocks, even though they have not done well over the last several years compared to the S&P 500. But again, at this stage in career of my investing life and where I'm at, I'm taking a hard look at things to make a couple of tweaks and to kind of gear myself towards a little bit more preservation of investments as I'm in the season of early retirement. So what about you? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling confident about your what's going on today, the volatility in the stock market? Or are you rethinking some of your investment strategies? I'd be interested. Leave a comment below. By the way, my name is Walter, and this channel exists for those interested in getting a perspective on early retirement, or just planning for retirement, or just wanting to live a life of financial freedom. If this message resonates with you, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And with that, I hope everyone takes care and has a great day. Bye now.